Hey, yo, subscribe to the channel, LS57. Gotta feed the streets. It's free. It's totally free. Totally free. No taxes, no nothing. All you have to do is go over, hit that sub button, and hit that bell to get the notifications. Spit a clip. What's up, y'all? LS57. Gotta feed these streets. Check this out, man. So look, I got this. Basically, this video right here is like, it's gonna be a very special topic I want to talk about, man. At the end of the day, I don't think people realize how similar NBA Live and NBA 2K is. I got one question. I want y'all to answer this in the comment section. If NBA Live this year sold as many copies as 2K16 or 2K17, do you think it'll be more of a free-to-play system, or do you think it'll be the Madden route? My personal opinion, I'll tell y'all another video, but I want to know what y'all, because I don't want to say something. I don't want y'all to agree, you know what I'm saying? Because I agreed. I don't want to persuade y'all opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know the answer to that question. I want y'all honest opinion, you know what I'm saying, with that. Then, what this video is going to show y'all right here is how similar NBA Live and NBA 2K really are. And when I say these games are very similar, they're very similar. There's just a few things that separate them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would like to say before we get into the video also, like, I think that 2K, as far as like features and stuff, Live had to put in features like that 2K already had, like editing rosters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I think what 2K killed them this year was the pay-to-play system, the microtransactions. Like, how much money you had to pay at the beginning for haircuts. Like, you had to pay a lot of money for haircuts and stuff like that at the beginning. The price went down, but you still have to pay for haircuts. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, that's corny. That's corny. But without further ado, let's dive into this video, man. Gotta feed the streets. Yo, this is the most quality content that's banging out here. This ain't no speculation. This ain't no D-Rodding. These are like in-game, me, hands-on analytics type stuff. You know what I'm saying? We get deep into these games over here on this channel, man. What y'all can do, though, is hit that sub button. You feel me? And y'all can subscribe to the channel, and y'all can hit that bell for the notifications. Like I said in that little intro right there. And then what else y'all could do is chop it up in the comment section. And if you like the video, to like the content, you could give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, you don't like the content, you give it a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? But I need to see the feedback from me to you. You know what I'm saying? So we could keep feeding the streets and giving the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? Repping for the OGs out here. Young OG, you heard? Spit a clip. Let's get into it. Mechanics. We're going to talk about these mechanics with NBA Live and NBA 2K18. Both of these mechanics are similar. They just animate different. But let's get into it. Man, this game just looks so fire. So fuego. So caliente. Look at this, man. Like, just look at it, man. Look at this game, man. This is live, by the way. This is live. It looks fire. I'm telling you, it looks fire. Man, this game just looks so fire. Well, let's get to these mechanics real quick. I don't think y'all realize how similar these games are when it comes to gameplay mechanics. Like, forget how the game is animating, forget how smooth it is versus each other. I just want y'all to understand something like mechanic wise with these devs. Now, what I mean by gameplay mechanics is like how responsive, right? How the game moves. So if I'm going to the hole, right, and I don't press turbo, right, and this is in both games, I slide just like that to the hoop with ease. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, like for those that play both games, see how Porzingis, there's no turbo being played there. All he does is body up. I get the roll animation off the opponent's, or should I say the defender's body. And that's in both games. Both of these games do the same thing on offense and defense. Mechanic-wise. Mechanic-wise. And right here, you see the computer doing their little plays or whatever. Again, I'm running. No turbo is going to be being pressed. When you press turbo is when you get the body up, the bump. But when you don't press turbo, watch what happens. Look at Porzingis. Slides off the defender's body, gets to the rack. Easy. Now I'm going to show y'all me doing the same thing in NBA 2K18. You Now with 2K, like I said, this is why I call it a simulation game, because look, you have to time your layups, you have to do way too much technical stuff to get shots to fall in. It's just too technical. It's just too technical, you know what I'm saying? But it still has the same mechanics. You feel me? It has the same mechanics. Like when you don't press turbo in this game, as you're gonna see in a minute, when you don't press turbo in this game, I'm the Knicks on this gameplay, by the way. But when you don't press turbo in this game, you can roll right off the body. Now the thing with 2K is you're not gonna always get that dunk or that slashing animation to the hole. Now just watching this clip, I'm gonna give the ball to Porzingis, and he's gonna roll off his defender, but he shoots the jump shot instead of dunking it. Like look, and he just pulls. Why would you pull? That's a flaw in 2K. That right there, I can't stand that in NBA 2K. You know what I'm saying? But the games are similar. They're very, very similar. Because all you have to do, like I said, you drop to the hole and you don't use turbo, you're going to roll right off your man. The same way it did in NBA Live. The same exact way it did in NBA Live. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way as it did in NBA Live. And for those that have both games and y'all actually play the game, you know, and just don't play the game to complain, but actually play the game, y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. See how he's rolling? He gets that body up. And all it is rolling. When you don't use the turbo, it's like you rolling straight off your defender, man. I promise you. I promise you. I was doing this. I would play 12-minute quarters, and I was like, man, these games are the same. They're too much of the same. So the mechanics in both these games are the same. Right here, you're going to see it again. Right, roll right off. I'm going to kick it out, give it to Porzingis. I'm going to drive without pressing turbo, use a little triple threat. Look, rolling right off the body. Still getting straight to the hole, too. Like, just getting straight to the hole with no problem. Get right to the rack. You know what I'm saying? The only thing with 2K, like I said, they want to be so sim. Like, it's just so sim that with the shot percentages and everything, like I said in the other video, that's what separates them as far as like the shooting, and that's where it's like the fun factor, like where people always like have that little complaint is right there. But for the most part, from the right stick defense with the contest and everything to the dribbling, it's just straight rolling. It's just basically you just rolling off your opponent. Look right here again, just roll right off your opponent. You just rolling right off of them. You know what I'm saying? And both games do this. The same exact mechanic, bro. I promise you. Now, mechanic wise in 2K is very similar. Like if you have a shot contest, they use the right stick. I believe you use the right stick the same way in live. However, in NBA Live, it's a whole different mini game. Like NBA Live, the controls on defense is a whole different type of animal. Now, not to say that you can't do things that you could do on defense or in NBA Live, but NBA Live is just way different. Like when it comes to like the defense feels like a separate game within the game. You know what I'm saying? Where 2K is like it's behind. Like it really is behind. You know, the dev actually admitted that himself. You watched the my last video I put up. He admitted that that his defense is actually behind his offense, and it takes years for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But NBA Live, man, live defense on the other hand, whew, you can hang your hat basically. Live can hang their hat on their defense. That's where that one thing they definitely have NBA 2K beat, hands down. On a scale of 1 to 10, you could give live defense a 10. You know, you could give them a 10. The only thing is they have to make a mechanic where you could counter the defense. And then I say to myself, is that really true? Is there any real truth to that? Because if your defender doesn't anticipate the way you go in the right way, that's when you get the ankle breaker animation in Live's defense. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't play the game, you wouldn't know that. You would not know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't take everything for like face value, and that's the sad thing about, I think, with NBA Live, why it gets so overlooked, because people see like the janky animations, and that kind of steers them away from the game. Whereas with 2K is like a lot smoother looking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they fooled at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You could say like, but it's not really so much as fool's gold, because NBA 2K is smooth. It plays good. It does play good. You know what I'm saying? It's smooth. I like the animations, but the fun factor isn't there because how technical it is, how sim it is, how like the little intricacies or whatever you call that word, how difficult the shots is and the percentages. That's what really like turns me off about that game now. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get back to just having the fun and having the fun factor. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that face value is what really draws people away, like janky animations and all that type of stuff with live. You feel me? But like I also said, the mechanics are very similar. Denying the ball, you have to press the shot stick in both these games. Like you have to use the right stick. To steal, you hit the square in both these games. Like the mechanics are very similar, just that one animates better. That's it. I can admit, when I put in 2K after playing the game alive, let's say I play hours alive and then I play 2K, yes, the game just feels smooth. I'm like, oh, this is just too smooth. It's real smooth, not gonna lie. But the fun factor is what separates them. But for the most part, these games are very similar. They're basketball games. How different can they really be at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? LS57, gotta feed the streets. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If y'all agree, if y'all disagree, or just a matter of opinion, how y'all feel. And I'll see y'all next video, man. Peace. Hey, well, subscribe to the channel, LS57. Gotta feed the streets. It's free. It's totally free. Totally free. No taxes, no nothing. All you have to do is go over, hit that sub button, and hit that bell to get the notifications. Spit a clip.